Well, that cult was a complex thing to unpack. Now what are these guys doing? The crowning celebration by the lighthouse. 31 elements to find. That guy's dead! The man is not breathing and has a severe wound at the back of his head. His arm appears to be broken. Oh, he fell out of the lighthouse, didn't he? I thought he got beat. I thought somebody beat him on the back of the head or took him out back here, but I think he fell, given that he's got the other wounds. April 13th, 1791. Water Snake Master. Lately I have experienced disturbing dreams and I feel cursed. Are you the source of this, with your magic? Desist immediately, and know that when pushed, my rage is absolute. Do not toy with the well-being of the Empire's general, for I do not tolerate being attacked. In my many voyages, I have learned the dark arts too. If need be, I will summon 1,000 invisible demons to crush your bones. Proud Beast Master. Ah, and he's the water snake guy, so he received that letter from the Proud Beast guy, and his bones are indeed pretty broken. It definitely feels more like he fell out of the building. June 15th, 1791. Dear friend, it is not so simple for me to get you a seat alongside me on the court of directors at the Seven Seas Company. As a doctor, I recommend you stop obsessing over it. It will only unbalance your humors, which exist. Let us discuss alternatives at the next party at Kensington Palace. April 13th, June 15th, so 2 months later. Same year, yep. He was threatened. Is that normal? Is that a mouthpiece? Or is the horn broken? It looks like a little clarinet. It doesn't actually tell me what it is. If I click up here, will it? Nope. It doesn't identify itself. The footsteps to and from would kind of suggest that they saw this location. They saw the body. Everyone else isn't wearing their masks. That was like the whole point. 5 strange masks. Rules. The Griffin Rebirth. The one who claims to be Griffin Reborn must perform a miracle. If someone repeats the miracle, it is proven that it was not a miracle, but mere magic. Just regular old not miracle magic. Claimant is punished with death. If no one can repeat the miracle, the masks fall. Claimant is crowned the Griffin Reborn. So it sounds like they successfully committed a miracle that no one else could repeat, and so they're crowned. But we can't tell at first glance who they were because everyone's masks are off. Looks like overall there was 2 beastmen, 2 dark lords or whatever, and 2 serpent water snakes or whatever. Because they're the second one's over here. Chronicles of Griffin Rebirth. Just click all these real quick, just to get that out of the way before. And in 1725, the first Dark Hand Lord Harrington demonstrated flying, jumping off a cliff to his death. So he died, so he didn't demonstrate flying. In 1756, Proud Beast Master Lord Pledsley performed a seance, talking to the spirits. Lord Angus McBain repeated the miracle, proving him unworthy, so he got executed. In 1764, Dark Hand Master Lord Jones demonstrated the creation of a homunculus. Lord Angus McBain produced a homunculus as well. Well, everyone's just fucking getting murdered. In 1771, Proud Beast Master Lord White carried out the hypnosis of a servant. Lord Angus McBain hypnotized the same man as well. So Angus McBain very consistently recreates whatever trick anyone has. Consistently. That's surprising too, because you'd think hypnosis would just be like lying. Just, hey, pretend you were hypnotized, huh? And then that's it. But even he was able to do that. So he's either in cahoots with the same person, or they were just genuinely able to hypnotize them. So a seance, a creation of a homunculus, and hypnosis of a servant. So the Griffin Reborn has always failed because Angus has always defeated them. Heavy set of wooden oars. He's wearing shoes, I guess. Also, these are initiates, that's a steward, and these three are the masters. That was an actual miracle. Unbelievable. So there is a Griffin Reborn. A heavy seal with the number 3? No, 7. Because when it's a stamp, I'm like, I've never seen IIV, but it's a stamp, so it's reversed. He's got little spurs on. Kneel before Griffin Reborn and make ready. I will lead you brothers to great many changes. So the Lazarus guy, right? The new initiate is supposedly the Griffin Reborn, straight from initiate to pulling off a miracle that people believe in. Oh, to use the statue? Miracle preparation. After blah blah input, aim at the sky, press the lever to maximum position, and hold for at least 10 seconds. At this point, the idol should be full enough to perform the miracle once. Miracle hypnosis. The water works better, but the effect is not as convincing. Therefore, blah blah, main challenge is ensuring my balance when holding onto the idol. Practice is paramount. Safety notes. When pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target can see. If the eye is red, blah blah, yeah, the same as before. So he ultimately has the idol from before. And thus Griffin Reborn revealed himself to his brothers by demonstrating a true miracle. A silver crown with gems. Does anyone not have a ring? Ever not have a ring? Oh, there's the hats again. Loves his hats. Here, I brought back your staff, oh Griffin Reborn. A golden snuff box filled with opium powder. Oh. It's inside the staff. That's what the diagram from before was representing. Okay. The golden idol is enclosed with the handle of the ornamental cane. So the end of the staff is shaped like the statue itself. And it's just jammed in there. And they can program it to do different things via that end. And the end of the cane is open. Just like the one we saw over there. May 14th, 1791. Dear Master McBain, these threats to contact the Chief Inspector about my past offend me greatly. Being an honest soul, I have no choice but to comply with your base demands. I may have invited Lazarus into our brotherhood, but he has not shared all his secrets with me. Luckily, I had an opportunity to see him practicing this miracle. He has a magical artifact hidden in his cane. When performing the miracle, he inputs the following glyphs. Then he presses a small lever on the handle of the cane. It grants him the powers to demonstrate the miracle. I have no doubt that the staff will work just as well in your hands as his. Darkhand Steward. Okay, so that's Master McBain. This is the guy that always proves everyone wrong. I guess this is the staff broken in half? So the idea was that he was supposed to be... He took the staff to prove that he could do the miracle himself, but then he couldn't. But it's probably just because he didn't have the same level of practice about how to pull it off that the guy did, and then he ended up falling to his death. Or whatever the exact miracle was. We can see everyone's shoes, but I don't know the relevance of that yet. This guy's shoes really stand out. So this is the hat guy from the previous thing. What an honor to experience such a historic event. The clock again. So this is our guy that's been sticking around ever since the previous owner. Do 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 do. Sure is a lot of names. Wasn't Walter Keane presented as murdered? Like, is he really identifying as Walter Keane again? I thought he was undercover. Protocol of an attempt to demonstrate a miracle. June 23rd, 1791. Location, the lighthouse on Gull Islet near the Horn of Codhead. Time, noon. Present, Lord Angus McBain, Lord Alastair Koch, Dr. James Turner, Sir Walter Keane, Mr. Lazarus Hurst. In charge of notes, Mr. Nicholas Maker. Oh, Walter Keane was the thief. Yeah, that's not the name of the guy that we've had around forever. What is his name again? Yeah, that's Walter Keane. David Gorin. This game's so much easier if you have a really good memory for names, which I do not. Do not have that, I do not. June 3rd, 1791. Dear Water Snake Brother Maker, as the director of the Seven Seas Trading Company, I do not assess work applications. Please go to the official channel so my staff can evaluate your credentials as an attorney. Darkhand Master JT. So JT is the director of the Seven Seas Trading Company. The shoes must indicate something. For a game that seems to periodically reference Return of the Obra Dinn, which is a great game, you should play it. If this game has you interested and you've already played this game, definitely go play Return of the Obra Dinn. It is exactly up your alley, and if you haven't seen my playthrough, go watch that if that's what you want to. It's just as infuriating and great as this one, or whatever the fuck you like and dislike about this one. I'm sure it's identical, basically, because that's how this kind of game works. But that one had a very specific mission segment where it was your progress was contingent on looking at people's realizing that you could recognize shoes, and so this is just kind of a funny detail at this point. Okay, so name of people: Angus McBain. Angus McBain. Lazarus Hurst, right? No. That new guy. Walter Keane. Does he have a new name? Because we don't have his name, right? Blah blah blackmailed blah blah to find out how blah blah would perform the miracle of blah. People who had the magical relic in their hands chronologically. Lazarus Hurst, Angus McBain, and then this guy. No, that guy. Oh, that's easy then. Walter Keane. I know all these. There's the three names I do know. Da da ba ba da ba bo. Okay, that was the easy part. First person perform miracle. Second person fails to perform miracle. Third person retrieves from corpse, and they just left him there. Fuck that guy apparently. Okay, and we know about this note. My rage is absolute. Who had the note? These threats to contact the Chief Inspector about my past offend me greatly. So the Dark Hand Steward. So Master McBain blackmailed the Dark Hand Steward. So Angus McBain blackmailed blah blah to find out how. The Dark Hand Steward is... Oops. You're the only steward. So it is you, yes. Walter Keane. Find out how Lazarus Hurst would perform the miracle of... I need to parse what the miracle is still. Door is locked from the inside. Was he required to walk up the step? Did he go inside, lock the door, walk to the roof and jump off? Did he hypnotize himself? If they did do hypnotism? None of these are new names. By guarding the lighthouse, you guard the Empire. General Alistair Koch. The trapdoor that connects the staircase to the top of the lighthouse. Not locked. He definitely just climbed up and died. So, yeah, we actually kind of have no new information by going up here. These two screens. This is one where the scales of these missions are all over the place. So this is just pretty much just this one screen. But I have some stuff to unpack because I don't know who these people are necessarily. But we can get there, I'm sure. Let's get back into figuring out the miracle. So after the input, okay, because this, it goes back and forth between red and blue over and over again, and so if he did it and then passed it off to him to have his chance to try to do it in himself, then the fact that the gem changed color would kill him. And you can't see the gem color, but it's now blue. Water works better, but the effect is not as convincing. Ensuring my balance while holding the idol. It could have just been practice too. I think it's air. But I can always come back here and look. Vacuum, yeah, so the two squares is air. So then he was doing the miracle of flying. There we go. I could have just guessed, but I wanted to confirm it if I could, before I did it. Okay, so the thing is that it either sucks or blows air between the two crystal states. And so, presumably he flew and then handed off to the other guy, and then even if he... But, yeah, I don't know. It's apparently a two-step process. One, you point at the sky and you suck in all the air. Then two, you point it down and you fly. By blowing the air. It's just like a hovercraft trick. And then you have to balance it very carefully because it's coming out of a thin point. So, given that there's two steps, I don't think it's a matter of one of them did red and the other one did blue. I think they both did both, if they're recreating the steps. So instead, I think he just didn't have the practice, so he died. Alistair Koch, James Turner, Nicholas Maker. Okay, so next I gotta get these remaining names down if I can. Two of them are masters or whatever the rank is. Yeah, masters. And we know this guy's the water snake. So one of them is the proud beast. And the other one's probably the dark hand. There's probably one of each here. As a doctor, I recommend you stop obsessing over it. So one of them works at the Seven Seas Company. And they're a doctor. Stopwatch. I guess this guy's Nicholas Maker because he's got the notes. Akin to the mission where I infamously didn't look at the written by page at the right time and internalize that at the right moment in Oberdin. So you have Alistair Koch and James Turner. Dr. James Turner, Lord Alistair Koch. But I think it might just amount to which one of them's a doctor? What does a 7 mean? General Alistair Koch. Am I supposed to recognize a doctor's shoes? These three have the same shoes. You have weird shoes. Are you the doctor? Is that the implication? I don't know what those shoes mean. I don't think there's much directly here to represent who's who. So yeah, Angus McBain was heavily foreshadowed as being... heavily established as being the person that would be the obstacle. So they would have known to deal with him specifically. Water Snake Brother Maker. Darkhand Master JT. So James Turner is the Darkhand Master. Right, dark hands are these things. That's the water snake. It looks like a demon, so I'm like, oh, it's the dark hand. Do your shoes match based on what faction you're in? These are just dark nubs, so they're kind of hard to identify. Big ol' heels. These two seem to match. That one's got spurs. Those are like galoshes, and those ones have heels. Trying to parse this sentence. Blah, blah, blawed, blah. with or from the blah. Blah, 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 the blah, using the blah to demonstrate the miracle and become miracle of flying. Using the idol. Or is the staff here? I don't think staff is here. Blah, 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 the blah afterward. This resulted in Blah's death. Angus McBain. From a head wound, I guess. I mean, he fell. Jumped from the... So I guess this must be with. And this is... Angus McBain jumped from the lighthouse afterwards. This resulted in Angus McBain's death from a head wound. And this is Lazarus first. Jumped with the hypnosis or seal seance. I think I understand what happened. I just don't necessarily understand what the sentence is. Lazarus Hurst jumped with the blah. With the flying. Using the flying. Jumped with the idol to using the flying to demonstrate the miracle of miracle of flying. Whoops. Head wound, homunculus, hypnosis, or Griffin Reborn, seal, idol, seance. What word fits that sentence? Jumped with the idol using the wind is not a word I can use. Let's see, the only missing word is flying over here. Every other word we've redeemed so far is red, so that should be down here. Griffin head. Jumped with using the griffin. Okay. Jumped with the griffin. He has a griffin? Did I miss the griffin? Is he holding a... there's a crown and a cane. So what's this black spot? Let's see. Lighthouse. Okay, no. From the lighthouse. There we go. I got it in my head at some point for some reason that I had to use both gray names separately for some reason, which is not the case. When Lazarus Hurst jumped from the lighthouse and survived using the hidden golden idol, Master Angus McBain thought he had enough information to repeat the miracle and prevent Lazarus from becoming Griffin Reborn. He seized the staff from Lazarus and locked the lighthouse door to prevent foul play. However, he did not know all the secrets of the idol. It did not work for him, and Angus jumped to his death. But I've got to finish it. I insist. I apparently never filled in Lazarus Hearst over there. Or, oh no, I took them and put them in here, didn't I? Because I was using, because you can take them from filled out things without taking them away, but I forgot this one's not finished, so it takes them away. But which one of you is which? It's superfluous. But it's there. I don't understand how to differentiate which one's the doctor. Is it some detail like I should know what kind of shoes people have? Like, oh, that's the trading company shoes, and that's doctor shoes. Alistair Coke, James Turner. The Dark Hand Master is James Turner. Annoyingly, their jackets don't say what faction they're in. It just says their rank. Am I supposed to think that the order of the masks indicates who's who? No, because that would make him the Beastmaster and him a Water Snake or whatever. So neither of them would be Dark Hand. So it's not left or right, because Dark Hand are these little gremlin things. But if their shoes are the indicator, there should be 2 sets of 2 and 1 set of 1. So this matches this. But then this, and this are 3 different sets of shoes. When 2 of them should match. So it's not that. What am I missing? It would take me 2 seconds just to put them in, and then if I'm wrong, switch them. But I want a better answer. I may have invited Lazarus into our brotherhood, but he has not shared all of his secrets with me. Luckily, I had an opportunity to see him practicing a miracle. This just involves the characters I have already identified, so it's not helpful. One of them's a doctor, but they're not like carrying a stethoscope. Am I supposed to think that the stamp is for the trading company? I'm gonna say that the stamp. Oh, is it on here? No, there's no 7 stamp on here. I think that's JT because he has a stamp, which seems like a trading company thing, and not a doctor thing. But that might be a reach. It's not a reach. I'm completely correct. It's weird. Isn't there like a victory noise when you finish something? Normally, I think this happened last time, where if you finish something after you won the level already, it doesn't make the noise. Give me the noise. I went 100% completoed. I'm awesome.